Yo, what's up YouTube? It's YT Wake 'em Up back at it again with another video. This one right here is about how the American dream is officially dead. 2 shots to the head. The American dream, if you haven't heard, is pretty much over. You gotta have about $3-4 million in retirement to be able to retire. Which, who really will have that in their retirement fund? Even with a contribution match. Who really gonna have $3-4 million in retirement? So what we're seeing is a lot of people had to go back to work. A lot of people really, it's like we're going through a great awakening again. Y'all remember the great awakening we went through during Bowflex 19? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like we having another one. That was catastrophic. What's going on right now in the economy is catastrophic. So every time this happens, it's like a lot of people start to wake up. It's normal people waking up now. Not just the woke people, the spiritual people, the people that did the self-reflection work, not just people that put that work in to wake up. This is normal people that's waking up now. And I don't mean woke like the woke that the politicians use and none of that. I'm just saying waking up to what's going on in the world. They're in the knowing now. It's not a crazy concept or something that is like a foreign language when you talk about what's going on. It's clear as day. You kind of can't deny it now. But the American dream straight up is dead. There's actually a new American dream which is leaving this country. And we'll talk about that more in this video. If you're brand new to the channel, I need you to smash the subscribe button so these videos can pop up in your subscription box on a day-to-day basis, and hit the bell so that you're notified when I post. I need everybody to thumbs up this video so the algorithm can push this content out. With that being said, y'all, let's go. Let's get into this rant.
This housing market is so discouraging. Let me paint a picture for you. I just got engaged, and me and my fiance are now looking for houses because we're engaged. We have a very high income. For our age, we are earning in like the 95th percentile. We always look forward to something like this. We'd have everybody come over for the holidays. We get the fenced-in backyard. We talk about getting a pool one day. We get the Tesla charger in there. It was going to be amazing. But then this happened. $507,000? And you might be thinking to yourself, well, this is a great price, but no. In a suburb in upstate New York, this should not cost $500,000. There are so many problems happening in the real estate market. I'm going to start with 2 of them. For one thing, this home listed at $389,000. What I think it's actually worth, and it sold for $507,000. When in 2017, this same home sold for $279,000. Which makes it worth $389,000 7 years later. And even then, that's on the high end. So in 2017, with a standard 20% down payment and a 5.5% interest rate, your payment would have been $1,600. Today, at $500,000, with a 20% down payment and a 7% interest rate, which is low, I estimated low, your payment is $3,300. So the people in 2017 who bought this house could no longer afford to buy their house today. So I have no idea what me and my fiance are going to do. I have no idea. We've done really well for ourselves and we've worked really hard, but what we're getting for our money just seems like it's overpriced, and we're never going to be able to build that appreciation like they used to be able to do in 2017. So do we overpay for a home? Do we rent? Like, what are we doing here? Let me know in the comments, and who in the world are we to blame? How did we get here?
So it's really like you got 2 options, right? Either you overpay for a house, overbid, overpay. You pretty much are. You throwing money down the drain. You're overpaying for a liability. I would just feel like I'm getting robbed. If I know the value of this house really is not what I'm paying for it, why pay it, right? So this is what you get in this country for somebody that's deemed in the top percentile. You still really can't live like a person that's in the top percentile. It's like a lose-lose, really. Do you overpay for a house, or are you stuck renting, paying ridiculous prices? Either way, you lose for real. This is what's happening. The people that were looked at as successful once before, that's no longer going to be the epitome of success no more. And in actuality, minimalism is coming back. Minimalism is bigger than ever. That's deemed the new success. I think it's a good thing. People kind of detaching from the fact that material possessions made everybody feel good or better than other people even. Nowadays, it's minimalism, being one with nature, tapping into yourself, self-reflection, personal development. It's a good thing.
So we can all probably easily agree on the fact that the American dream as it was sold to us is dead. And the reason why I say that is my idea of the American dream is to be able to afford things on an average salary with one income in the household, and be able to save money while you're paying for everything else, to be able to retire at an age that's reasonable so you can enjoy the rest of your life without having to work 40 hours a week when you're over 60 years old. I think that's ridiculous.
Now, let me just ask y'all this. How does retiring at 67 really make people think they can enjoy the rest of their life? when you're really just old and broke down in pain, you pretty much just work your youth away, man. The greatest times that you'll ever be alive, you are throwing away.
Now, what we're seeing is there's dual income houses, right? Most houses now have both spouses working, and the retirement age just keeps going up, and savings aren't going up. The amount of money that people are saving is not increasing. The amount that you have to spend to live has increased so much. In 1980, you could buy a house for $50,000. Now the average home price is over $400,000. And that is insane to me, because the wages have not increased with the cost increase. So the American dream now is you work, your partner works, and you retire over the age of 70. Great dream. Live the dream.
To a lot of people, the American dream was nothing more than a dream. Something that'll never really be a part of their life. Something that'll never really come true. It's just a dream. It's like you were sold a gimmick. It only lasted a certain amount of time. You know, the rule book got to be rewritten. It need to be something new, like some new dream for the American people. Because this one is kind of done with, you know? It's kind of over. Even the people that did get to partake in the American dream, a lot of them are like losing the after effects of it. They worked hard for nothing. A lot of people worked hard, built up a life that they're about to lose, to be honest. They about to lose everything. This is what happens in economic downturns. A lot of people lose everything, other people gain everything. Sad reality, but that's what it is.
If you haven't noticed, the American dream is pretty much dead in America, and it's because wages have not kept up with inflation. Let's take a firefighter, for example. In 2011, they made $45,000 a year on average. Now the average salary for a firefighter is $53,000 in California, which, let's be real, in California, that's not going to go very far.
That's
So that
terrible
is a
in Cali.
17% increase, which sounds pretty good, but when you look at the inflated costs of everything in the past 13 years, it's really bad. The buying power has gone down dramatically. Housing is just one example. If you want to buy a house, this is $1.3 million today. 10 years ago, this house was valued at $670,000, so it has doubled in 10 years. Wages have not doubled. Definitely not for any essential job and not for most 9-to-5 jobs. In 2024, I think the only way to have a shot at achieving the American dream is owning your own business, or we are also seeing a lot of people leave the US and achieve it elsewhere.
The new American dream is to live outside of America. This is a lot of people's goal. They're working towards it. A lot of people have traveled outside of the country and they kind of want to work hard to be able to live a life in another country. So it's a lot of people grinding right now to get out of the country. Can you blame them? Really, can you blame them? No, you cannot. Another thing she said is, yeah, if you are a business owner, then you might become a millionaire, right? And if you become a millionaire, then yeah, you could partake in the American dream. But essentially and eventually, it's going to be $1 million for a house. It's already at 400 to 500,000. So imagine less than 10 years from now. You know, if nothing changes, $1 million won't be $1 million no more. They don't want to let us know that we're in a recession. They just want to keep kicking the can further so this can be the biggest crash in world history. They act like we're not in a recession already, but we are. What do you mean? Do you think we're in a recession? We are in a recession. All the signs show that we've been in a recession, to be honest. Watch them print more money. They're going to have a reason to print more money. People think, oh, it's a good thing. They gave us money. No, that's how we got here in the first place. As well as we sending all our money to Ukraine and other countries and giving them to the migrants. This country is a joke, man.
Do you think that the American dream is dead? We cannot use the same playbook our parents gave us to live life today, right? We've been told this American dream. You work hard, you study good, you go to college, you get a good job, you climb the corporate ladder, and you will be able to buy that white picket fence home, go on 2 vacations a year, and have your 2 kids and a golden retriever. It doesn't work like that anymore. You cannot save your way to rich unless you are making upwards of $500,000 a year. You cannot get there through saving.
The average American don't got 500 to 1,000. So that's proof right there that you can't save your way to getting rich from a 9-to-5. You can't. Never say never, but millions of people haven't been able to. So that proves it right there, right? Why keep following the same blueprint That's not working. 2 vacations a year. These days, there are people that are traveling every single month. Become a digital nomad. You know, like I said, life is about being happy. If you could become a digital nomad, do that if you really want to travel and enjoy vacations. We're going to see a lot of Americans become digital nomads. A lot of Americans start online businesses. A lot of Americans become online coaches. You know, whatever skill it is that they have, they'll start sharing it with the world. This is the opportunity for people to recreate themselves. That's all I can say. It's not a time that really nobody can judge you about doing bad because everybody doing bad. So this is the time to be yourself. If you haven't been following your dreams, do it now. What do you got to lose? Everybody's losing everything right now anyway.
Can't afford a home. I don't feel safe. Groceries are way too expensive.
I just want to know what would possess us Americans to stay in this godforsaken country any longer. Like, I love the idea of, you know, it's going to get better and I'm going to stay here and fight. But like, it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Right.
Like, they've taken away women's rights, the homelessness. We can't afford rent anymore. We're making living out of our car like a thing now. Groceries are too expensive. Healthcare, don't get me started on the shit that they put in our foods. So I honestly want to know, honestly, why do you guys still want to stay in this country? Honestly, I saw something about how 2024 is going to be the mass exodus for Americans living in the US. And I can totally see that happening. Like, they are pushing us out. They are making living in this country being a burden. And like, the American dream now is to leave.
To be honest, yeah, they're pushing us out and moving in the migrants, man. This country has been sold out. Babylon is falling right before our eyes. And I do see the exodus happening, man. Remember the Great Migration? This is like that. Like, we living through history. History always repeats itself. We're living through history. A lot of people have either moved to a new state, and a lot of people are also moving outside of the country, right? I can see a lot of Americans going to other countries and other countries actually opening their borders up and providing visa opportunities and dual citizenship opportunities and temporary and permanent residency opportunities because they know we got the bag. So we'll help build up their nations while this one falls. And yeah, to speak on the topic of what they put in the foods, let me just say this. Did you know that high fructose corn syrup is considered a drug in other countries? They got to put a warning label on there like if you was smoking cigarettes. You know how cigarettes got the warning label? They would have to do that with high fructose corn syrup in other countries, but it's just banned. They don't put it in their products. They make these products in America with different ingredients than they do in other countries. It's always worse ingredients for us. They don't care about us. All right, now, this one is about the new American dream. Remember, I was talking to y'all about that. There's actually a new American dream now, and it's to get out of here, to go, run away, flee, get out as fast as you can. Smart man. Leave before destruction comes to this country. It's coming. We're hearing rumors of wars, famine, pestilence. We're living through the last days, y'all. This is Revelations right here playing out.
Is the new American dream just to leave America? Yahoo Finance thinks so. The new American dream is to leave. Most U.S. citizens don't believe hard work will get you ahead. Everyone knows by now it takes way more than just hard work to get ahead, and no one knows that better than us millennials. According to the Association of American Residents Overseas, 5.4 million Americans are expats. They want to live in a place where they don't need 2 or 3 jobs to just survive.
5.4 million. I'm telling you. It's a lot of people. A lot of people been fed up and they got out, man. They saw the writing on the wall. Don't be the last one trying to get out while it's too late. When they stop those flights, remember cyber attacks coming. When they stop flights, there will be no getting out. It'll be too late. Don't be left behind. I'm just tell you that.
Post-pandemic inflation has messed everything up. Everyone is more so worried about paying rent this month rather than long-term goals. So what's the option? But this Axios article really caught my attention. The American dream for some is leaving the US. Thanks to social media giving us a window into the lives of those who have been brave enough to leave, the rise of people applying for European visas has gone up since 2020. And a lot of countries offer digital nomad visas, which I've covered on my page: Japan, South Korea, Costa Rica. But I love this. This couple in their 50s said that they have been aging in reverse since leaving the American toxic hamster wheel. Like straight from the horse's mouth.
That's deep.
So I want to know, what's your controversial opinion about leaving the United States? Let me know in the comments. This is a topic I've been all about.
Couples are aging in reverse. It's basically like you got a time machine when you leave America. You age in reverse. You live a more better lifestyle. You're not stressed out. Did you know America is the most stressed nation for real? Did you know that? You leave the country, you realize that what we deem important in this country really ain't important. Having the biggest house, really not that important. Go to Thailand, they live so minimalistic, but the people are happy. They're enjoying life. They're going out every single day, eating out every single day, at the beach, getting on jet skis, boats, spending their time doing things that help uplift you, motivate you, and help you become a better person, become your best self, live your best life. Open your mind to new things. Try new things. Step out of your comfort zone. Continue to grow. These are ways that you'll continue to grow forever, continuously. If you stay stagnant, then you are not growing. Your life is just passing you by. It's just like you living in a loop, like a real simulation. It's like America is the matrix for real. Like you leave America, you realize it. If you've ever been out of this country, you know.
Can we real talk for a second and talk about why the American dream has taken a complete turnaround? 50 years ago, the American dream we was looking at was you have the nice house, you have the cars, you have, the money to be able to do what you want. But I feel like the American dream more recently has taken a shift into this great desire for simplicity and for minimalism. Why do you think that is? Drop a comment if you have an idea.
This is just what I was talking about. I'm going to drop what I believe, and y'all drop in the comments. While y'all doing that, I'm going to talk about what I think. I think that people realize that they don't want validity from the world no more. Like, they're not living for other people no more. All of these material possessions don't really make them happy, and they really don't get to enjoy them because they're always at work. That car you work so hard for, it's at the job 8 to 12 hours per day. Right? That house you work so hard for, you barely get to enjoy it because you always got to go to work to pay for it. So simplicity is the thing, right? Not really being stuck in the house all the time, getting out traveling throughout the country and being outside and connecting with a new culture and trying new foods and, things like that. Another thing, people have purchased all of these material possessions, and like I said, it really didn't make them happy. It doesn't bring happiness. It don't. People are happier with less. Not having the constant stress of having to pay bills over their head for real. People truly feel free with less. Less is more. That's what I think. What y'all think?
I'll give you my opinion. I go to work. My husband goes to work to be able to stress each month about, are we going to be able to have enough to pay the bills?
Just what I said.
Not to have extra, but to pay the bills. So I have this huge desire to just not have that stress on my shoulders and to live simplicity and whatever.
Simple.
And to be able to spend more time with my family rather than more time at my job. So I believe that's why we're seeing this turn towards minimalism and simplicity. Let me know what you think, and I want this to be a discussion and to talk about what is your American dream and what do you think the majority of people want?
Yep, I agree 100%. Me personally, I always like the idea of minimalism and simplicity. I always thought it was nice. I always thought it was dope. That's really a good life to live, in my opinion. What y'all think, though, man? Do y'all think the American dream is dead? And how do y'all feel about the new American dream? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about living outside this country? Or are you going to continue to stay living in this country and just dealing with it? Or do you think it's time to pretty much get another passport, probably get dual citizenship, and go ahead and jump ship and get up out of here, man? Maybe that'd be another idea in case everything hit the fan. Like, what you think? If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate y'all, man. It's YT Wake 'em Up, and I'm out.